This is Anne from Radnor Memorial Library, and you're watching Getting Crafty. I made this wreath of K-cups, which can just be a hanging wreath, or you can put it around a candle and put it on your mantle. Okay, for this craft, you will need 10 empty K-cups, scissors, yellow paper, a paper plate, and a glue gun. So you want to start with your empty K-cup and just make an incision all the way down to the bottom. And then you're going to go around and take this top off of the K-cup. You might have to do it that way. Okay, and you get something like this, and then you're just gonna even it out as much as possible. Doesn't have to be perfect. Okay, the next step is to take your finger, put it here, don't cut your finger, but cut down to the base, like so, all the way around like this. It's okay if some of the petals are bigger than others. Whoa, there we go. Cut my finger. All right, so then you want to smush it down so that it will look more flower-like and open up a bit. And then you're just going to go around and cut off each end like this. And it'll end up looking like this. But I like to have a more rounded approach, so I kind of just go around like this and kind of bring it down like that, and it'll end up looking like this. Now you can just have a flower like this, or I kind of like having two K-cups like this that you can just put so that when you open it up, it looks prettier and more like a flower. And then you'll put your yellow center in like this, and it just looks better, I think. And what you'll be doing is putting a touch of glue here, and then putting this down, and then putting a touch of glue on the yellow. So for the yellow part, you have your yellow paper, which I just found around the house. It was used for something else. And you're going to take a pencil and another K-cup and just draw around it like this, so you get a nice circle, and cut the circle out, maybe a little bit less than what's there, and so it'll end up looking like this. And then put it all together with the glue, which I'll show you in a minute. I have to tell you, I have never used a glue gun before, so this is all new to me. Our next step is to get the wreath portion of it. You're going to get 5 of these flowers, unless you want to do a bigger wreath. And then you don't want to glue them right away to your wreath part, because you want to know how to space them. So you're going to take your plate, and you can see you're going to cut around here like this, and on the inside you're going to put a glass that leaves about 2 inches from this side, I don't know if you can see that, to this side. So you're going to draw another circle, and you can actually use a pen if you want, because when you're done, it's going to be on this side that you're looking at. So just to clarify, yeah, you're going to cut this whole thing like this, all the way around, and then you're going to go through, all the way through to the center, and cut this circle out right there. And when you're done, it will look like this, only smaller. This is actually for a bigger wreath, so you'd have more flowers, and this is for a smaller wreath, which is what this was. Okay, so then you're going to take your glue gun, and this is the hard part for me. First I like to smush these down more, because you can never get them too open, I think. They tend to be difficult. Okay, and you're going to take a little bit of this, just a tad. It's going to drip down, and you're going to have a lot of strings. You really only need a little bit. Be very careful because this is hot. You really can't do this with a child. You maybe they could do the circles for you, but that's otherwise I don't think so. All right, and then again you're going to spread this evenly as you press down carefully. I like to use a pen because I'm not that familiar with the glue gun, and I don't know if it might be hot. It's not really hot, it's okay. But yeah, so you want to get that to stick. And you've got to let it dry. And when it's all dry, then you'll put, where'd my circle go? You'll put your circle, there it is. And I would, always using the plastic, I would put another drop right in there, like so, being very careful. Okay. I have to tell you, I started out using something called Gorilla Glue, which had a brush, and that was nice, but it didn't work for the flower and the wreath part of it. It did kind of work for this part of it, so you could go use that option. And Gorilla Glue is just like Crazy Glue, kind of, but I thought more effective. But this is even more effective. I was just kind of afraid to use it. All right, so now you've got your flower, and now is the part, after it's all dry, where you want to put it on here. And keep in mind, it would be this size. And you can just put a drop right on here. Oh, I just want to point out that when you made that incision here, when you did that and you got this circular thing, there was a little space which you can just take some tape and wrap it around there so that it stays as one thing. Okay, so now you just want to get your wreath and do one little drop. Oh, that might be too much. Ooh. So it's very tricky for me anyway. And maybe kind of smush it around, and that's how you're going to attach it. Before you attach it, I'm kind of going backwards here, but before you attach it, you're going to want to space your flowers around so that they're even. Like you could do one across and another one here and then in between. And it also depends on how open you want to make it, like this. But once you glue it, I think it adheres in about 30 seconds. And there you have it. So when you're all done and it's all dry, you have yourself a nice K-cup wreath, and you're helping the environment. So if you have any questions, just make a comment in the comment section of Facebook, or again, you can email virtual reference at radnorlibrary.org. Okay, thanks.